My daughter suddenly became my stepmom's favorite. She's my real daughter now. Stepmom gushed. I just smiled, until I found out they were plotting against me. This morning, my phone blew up with their missed calls. After I exposed them to Dad, I 36F have been married to my husband Derek 39M for almost 4 years now. I have a daughter, Lily 14F, from my previous marriage. My ex and I share custody, but Lily spends most of her time with me and Derek. 2 years into our marriage, Derek's ex-wife passed away unexpectedly, and his daughter Emma, 16F, came to live with us full-time. Derek works in sales and travels about 1 week every month, so I handle most of the day-to-day with the girls. When Emma first moved in, she was understandably withdrawn and hostile. I tried everything. Took her shopping, let her redecorate her room, even started learning about her interests just to connect with her. Nothing worked. She'd respond with one-word answers or just ignore me completely. My husband kept saying, "Give her time." And I did. For nearly 2 years now. My own daughter Lily tried her best to be friendly too. They're close in age, so I hoped they'd bond. But Emma treated Lily like she was invisible. Whenever Lily invited her to hang out with her friends, Emma would say something like, "I don't hang out with children," even though there's only a 2-year age gap. Things between Vanessa, my stepmom of 5 years, and me were never great either. She's one of those women who smiles to your face while stabbing you in the back. When she married my dad after my mom died, she tried the whole "we're going to be best friends" act for about a month before dropping it. She's always made little comments about my parenting, my appearance, my job. Nothing outright nasty, just constant little jabs wrapped in fake concern. "Oh honey, are you sure you want to wear that to the family dinner? It's a bit casual." Letting Lily stay up till 10 on a school night? That's brave. You get the idea. About 3 months ago, something weird started happening. Emma began spending time with Vanessa, like lots of time. At first, I was just happy Emma was connecting with someone in the family. Then I noticed the shopping bags. Designer clothes, expensive makeup, a new phone, all gifts from Vanessa to Emma. When Derek was home, Emma was her usual sullen self. The moment he left for a business trip, she'd be on the phone with Vanessa, giggling like they had some private joke. They started having girls' days, spa trips, shopping sprees, lunches at fancy restaurants. What really hurt was how they started excluding Lily. My daughter would ask if she could join them, and Vanessa would give some excuse about it being stepmom-stepdaughter bonding time. Emma would just smirk behind Vanessa's back. I tried talking to my dad about it, but he just said, "It's nice Vanessa is connecting with Emma. You should be happy." Yeah, right. The real kicker came during a family dinner at our house last month. Derek was away on business again. My dad and Vanessa came over, and Emma had cooked this elaborate meal with Vanessa's help. Throughout dinner, they kept sharing these looks and inside jokes. At one point, Lily tried to join the conversation by mentioning a recipe she'd learned in home ec class. Vanessa cut her off with, "That's sweet, dear, but Emma and I are talking about real cooking." Lily's face just crumpled. After dessert, when they thought I was in the kitchen, I overheard Vanessa saying to my dad, "Emma's like the daughter I never had. She's my real daughter now." Emma was right there, grinning and soaking it all up. I was furious but kept my cool. Something felt off about this sudden bond. Why would a 42-year-old woman suddenly be so invested in a moody teenager who wasn't even related to her? And why was Emma, who had been hostile to everyone, suddenly Little Miss Perfect with Vanessa? The next day, I installed security cameras in the common areas of our house. Not my proudest moment, but my gut was screaming that something wasn't right. 3 days later, I checked the footage while the girls were at school. There was Vanessa, letting herself into our house with a key I definitely hadn't given her. She and Emma were sitting in our living room laughing. "Your stepmom is such a pushover," Vanessa was saying, "and your dad doesn't notice anything when he's home." "This is too easy," Emma nodded. "I know, she keeps trying to bond with me. It's pathetic." "Here's what we'll do," Vanessa continued. "I'll keep convincing your dad that you need more space from her, that her parenting style is too controlling. Meanwhile, you keep a record of everything she does that annoys you. We'll build a case that she's an unfit stepmother." Emma grinned. And then Dad will see she's just a gold digger who doesn't care about me. Exactly. He'll divorce her, you'll come live with us, and we'll control access to Lily too. Your father's company is about to go public, right? The timing is perfect. I felt sick. They were plotting to break up my marriage, take my daughter, and get Derek's money all at once. I copied the footage to a secure cloud account, then sat down to make a plan. First, I changed all the locks. When Vanessa texted asking why her key didn't work, I played dumb. What key? We never gave you one. Next, I set up a lunch with Derek's sister Jenna, who's always been supportive. I showed her the footage. She was horrified but not surprised about Emma. She did something similar when her parents were still together, Jenna revealed. She doesn't like sharing her dad's attention. I decided not to confront them immediately. Instead, I started gathering evidence. Screenshots of texts between Emma and Vanessa. Recordings of their conversations in common areas when they thought I wasn't home. A detailed log of Vanessa's unauthorized visits. Last week, Derek came home from his trip early, surprising us all. I asked him to sit down for a serious talk after the girls went to bed. I showed him everything. The footage, texts, recordings, everything. At first, he didn't want to believe it. Emma's been through so much, he kept saying. I know, I told him. And I've tried for almost 2 years to be patient and understanding, but they're actively trying to destroy our marriage and separate me from my daughter. He spent hours reviewing all the evidence, then just sat with his head in his hands. I need to think, he said finally. The next morning, he told me he'd handle it. He asked Emma to join us for a family meeting. When she saw my calm face and Derek's serious one, she must have realized something was wrong. Before Derek could speak, she blurted out, "Whatever she told you is a lie." Derek just picked up his tablet and played one of the videos. Emma's face went white. "You were spying on me?" she shrieked. "No," Derek said quietly. "I was protecting my wife and our family from your lies." Emma started crying, claiming Vanessa had manipulated her, that she was just a kid who missed her mom. I almost felt sorry for her until she looked at me with pure hatred and hissed, "This is all your fault. You're not my mom. You'll never be my mom." "You're right," I said. "I'm not your mom. I never tried to be. I just wanted to be someone you could trust and talk to." Derek was much less calm. "You're grounded indefinitely. No phone, no internet except for school, no visits with Vanessa, and you will apologize to Lily for how you've treated her." Emma stormed off to her room. Derek then called my dad, put him on speaker, and played some of the recordings for him. There was a long silence before my dad said, "I'll be over in 20 minutes. When he arrived, he looked 10 years older. "I had no idea," he kept saying. He promised to confront Vanessa that same night. This morning, my phone blew up with missed calls and texts. Vanessa, crying and claiming it was all a misunderstanding. Emma, threatening to run away if she couldn't see Vanessa anymore. My dad, asking what he should do about his marriage. I haven't responded to any of them yet. Derek and I are taking Lily out for the day. Just the 3 of us. Emma refused to come. Don't know what happens next with Emma or with my dad and Vanessa. What I do know is that I protected my family from people who tried to tear us apart. And for now, that's enough. Update 1. It's been 2 weeks since my last post, and things have gotten complicated. First, thank you all for the supportive comments and DMs. This whole situation has been a nightmare, and knowing I'm not crazy for protecting my family means a lot. So where to start? The day after my last post, Vanessa showed up at our house unannounced while Derek was at work. I was in the home office on a Zoom call when Lily texted me from her bedroom. Vanessa's at the front door talking to Emma in the living room. My heart nearly stopped. I immediately ended my call and found them in our living room, whispering. When they saw me, Vanessa switched to her sugary fake voice. "Oh, I was just checking on Emma." She texted that she was feeling so alone. "You need to leave now," I said, keeping my voice level. "You can't keep Emma isolated like a prisoner," Vanessa said, her mask slipping. "She needs someone who actually understands her." Emma was watching this exchange with a smirk, clearly enjoying the drama she'd created. I'd had enough. "Emma, go to your room." "Vanessa, if you don't leave in the next 30 seconds, I'm calling the police for trespassing." Vanessa tried to argue, but I just started the timer on my phone and stared at her. She finally left. slamming the door so hard a picture fell off the wall. After she left, I found Emma texting furiously on a phone I didn't recognize. I took it, which she was supposed to have surrendered as part of her grounding. "Where did you get this?" "Vanessa gave it to me," she said defiantly. "You can't cut me off from everyone who actually cares about me." I scrolled through her texts and found a whole new level of scheming. Emma and Vanessa had been discussing how to accelerate the plan. Vanessa had told Emma to start recording any arguments between us and to make it look like verbal abuse. There were also messages about Emma possibly moving in with my dad and Vanessa temporarily while things cooled down. They'd already prepared a bedroom for her. I took screenshots of everything before Emma could delete them, then called Derek. He came home early, furious that Vanessa had violated our boundaries again. Meanwhile, my dad was struggling with conflicting stories. When Derek first played him the recordings, he seemed convinced. But now Vanessa had apparently been working to change his mind, claiming I had somehow manipulated the evidence. The real bombshell came that evening. Emma announced at dinner that she wanted to go live with Vanessa and my dad. Derek firmly said no, which led to Emma's biggest tantrum yet. "You don't even care about what I want," she screamed. "Mom would have listened to me." "Your mother would be heartbroken to see how you're behaving," Derek said quietly, which only made Emma more furious. She stormed out, and we heard her room door slam. Lily, who had been silent throughout dinner, looked up with tears in her eyes. "I just don't understand why they hate us so much," she whispered. That broke my heart. While Derek went to try talking to Emma again, I sat with Lily and assured her none of this was her fault. The next day, things got worse. I received an email from a family court lawyer. Vanessa had helped Emma file for a change of living arrangement, claiming our home was emotionally unsafe for her. The evidence? Selectively edited recordings of arguments that Emma had secretly taken. Derek was livid. We immediately contacted our lawyer, who assured us the case had no merit. "The courts don't typically remove minors from parents without serious cause," she explained. "This looks like harassment." Still, we had to appear for a hearing. The judge reviewed our evidence, including the unedited recordings and the videos of Vanessa and Emma plotting. The case was dismissed, and the judge warned against further frivolous filings. Outside the courthouse, Vanessa cornered me while Derek was talking to our lawyer. "This isn't over," she hissed. "Emma deserves a mother who understands her. You're just Derek's trophy wife." "Emma has a mother," I replied. "She died, and neither of us can replace her, nor should we try." That seemed to hit something in Vanessa. For a split second, I saw real pain in her eyes before the mask slipped back on. That weekend, my dad finally called. He and Vanessa were taking a break while he figured things out. He asked if he could come see Lily without Vanessa. I agreed, though I was still hurt by how easily he doubted me. As for Emma, Derek arranged for her to start therapy. She refused at first, but he made it non-negotiable. The saddest part is finding out that Vanessa has been subtly alienating my dad from me for years with small lies. My aunt revealed that Vanessa had told everyone I didn't invite my dad to Lily's last birthday, when in reality, we'd invited him 3 times, and he'd claimed to be too busy. Update 2. It's been a month since my last update. In that time, Emma's therapy has been challenging but promising. She's still resistant, but has started to open up slightly. Vanessa had been suspiciously quiet. My dad moved back in with her after their break, claiming she was getting help for her attachment issues. I kept my distance, but agreed to let him visit Lily occasionally. This weekend, we held a small celebration for Emma's half-birthday, a tradition from when her mom was alive. Despite everything, we wanted to make it special for her. Derek took a rare Friday off work, I baked her favorite cake, and we let her invite friends over. Even Lily made her a handmade card. Emma seemed genuinely surprised and maybe even a little touched. For a brief moment, I thought we might be turning a corner. That illusion shattered when the doorbell rang during the party. It was Vanessa, holding an enormous gift bag and wearing a fake apologetic smile. "I know I should have called first, but I couldn't miss Emma's special day," she gushed. Before I could respond, Emma had rushed over and hugged her. Derek stepped in. "Vanessa, we've been clear about boundaries." "It's just a gift," she said innocently. "Surely you wouldn't deny Emma that?" I noticed Emma glancing nervously at the gift bag. Something felt off. "What's in the bag, Vanessa?" I asked directly. "Just a little something special," she replied, trying to hand it to Emma, who now looked positively anxious. I took the bag instead and looked inside. There were some clothes on top, but underneath, bus tickets. 2 tickets to a city 3 hours away, leaving that night. Emma's student ID was also in there, along with a stack of cash. "You were planning to take her?" I asked, my voice shaking. "Without our permission?" Vanessa's mask finally fell completely. "She wants to come with me. You're holding her prisoner here." Emma looked trapped between defiance and fear. "You weren't supposed to look in the bag," she muttered. Derek was speechless, staring at the tickets in my hand. Emma's friends were watching wide-eyed from the living room. "Everyone out," Derek finally said to the party guests. Emma's friends, "I'm sorry, but the party's over." After they left, Emma admitted that she and Vanessa had been planning for her to stay with Vanessa's sister in another city until things calmed down. Vanessa had even researched schools there for Emma to attend. "And what about your dad?" I asked Emma. "What about Lily?" "Dad would figure it out eventually," Emma mumbled. "And I don't care about Lily." That last part was said so casually, so cruelly, that even Derek flinched. Derek called the police to report Vanessa's attempt to take Emma without permission. They took statements and collected the tickets and cash as evidence. Vanessa was questioned but released pending investigation. My dad arrived during all this chaos. He looked devastated as he examined the evidence of what Vanessa had been planning. "I trusted her," he kept saying. "I defended her to you." After the police left, Derek had a long talk with Emma alone in her room. When they came out, both had been crying. Emma went straight to her room without looking at any of us. The next few days were a blur. Derek adjusted his work schedule to be home more, arranging to do video calls instead of traveling when possible. My dad filed for separation from Vanessa, finally seeing her true colors. We filed for a restraining order against Vanessa, which was granted given the evidence of her planning to take Emma. Emma gradually began talking to me again, not with warmth, but at least with basic civility. A small breakthrough came unexpectedly. I was helping Lily with a school project when Emma appeared in the doorway. She stood there awkwardly before asking, "Can I help?" Lily immediately made space for her. They worked together for almost an hour, not exactly friendly but cooperative. As Emma was leaving, she paused and said to me quietly, "Thanks for the cake, it was good." It wasn't much, but it was something. This morning, my phone blew up with missed calls again, this time from Vanessa's family members, angry about the restraining order and blaming us for Vanessa losing her teaching assistant job and reputation. I haven't responded. There's nothing to say. Emma is still struggling, still grieving her mother, still figuring out who she is. But she's trying now, and that's all we can ask for. As for Derek and me, we're stronger for having weathered this storm together. Last night he held me and said, "Thank you for not giving up on us, on any of us. I didn't give up, I won't give up. That's what real family does."